Greetings to you from wherever you're watching us all over the world. This is the Tuesday edition of Sports Tonight. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Well, a lot going on in Russia, the venue of the 2018 FIFA World Cup. But of course, we have to think about what is going on right here at home. The NFF leadership crisis resurfaces. The drama is unending and it continues. Well, we'll be getting fresh perspective, fresh thoughts on a very hot topic tonight. We have a guest in the house who will do justice to that. But let me just not let the cat out of the bag yet. So you need to stay tuned and keep following us, and we will let you know what we want to do. As we speak, a game is currently going on. 7 quarterfinalists have emerged, and of course, one team will join the other 7. We'll be talking about that on the show. Later on the show, Cosmos Chukwemeka will also join me. I will be doing talking about the games played, the permutations for the quarterfinals, who may likely win. Are we going to continue with the surprises that we've seen at this year's World Cup? Let me take a little time out to bring you into all that we're going to be doing on the show tonight. This is a night that you want to participate. This is a night that you want your views heard. Just in case you join us for the first time, this is how you can be a part of the show tonight. Get across to us on Facebook, Channels iPhone Sports. Get across to us on Twitter. The handles that you have right there on your screen. When you speak up, you will be heard across the globe. We're global, we're international, but you already know that. So let's have your views, let's have your thoughts, let's have your perspective on what's currently going on in the house of football in Nigeria. What's currently going on? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the 2018 FIFA World Cup as well. So that's how we want to set the ball rolling tonight on the show. You can also read up on all our top stories. You have them on www.channelstv.com. You can view those top stories live on youtube.com/channelsweb. You can also go to channelstv.com if you have your iPad, your iPhone, and your BlackBerry. Follow the prompt. You'll be able to view us live. Download the Channels TV app for your Android, your iOS, and your Windows from their respective stores. And once you do that, you will be able to carry your award-winning Channels television with you anywhere you go across the globe. All right. So that's how you can be a part of the show. Well, the drama continues, like I said earlier, talking about the Nigerian Football Federation. Is no longer news that the Sports Minister Solomon Dalong, in charge of the Federal Ministry of Sports, have directed the Nigerian Football Federation to respect the Supreme Court verdict. And the NFF board, led by Amaju Pinnick, has said that directive will have no order. That sets the stage for another drama that is going to play out. This time, we don't know where the drama will end. What will FIFA's reaction be? I'm very sure that's what's on your mind. What will FIFA do? What is FIFA's position? And all of those questions need to be answered. And of course, we have no other person to help us do that on the show tonight. A well-respected sports commentator, content provider, and analyst. He's been around, seen a lot, and he's here to help us put some fresh perspectives to all of these issues. I have the pleasure of having Godwin Dudu Orumen with me in the house tonight. Godwin, it's nice to have you join us, taking you out of your tight schedule. We appreciate your presence here tonight.
Thank you very much. It's good to be here.
All right, and I gave a little background, and I'm very sure you even know the issues more than I do. But the question anybody, any football lover would love to ask you as you're seated right now is, why do we always find ourselves in this situation? I can remember 2006, 2010, 2014, and you thought by 2018 we will not be here. But guess what? We are here, same scenario, maybe different players, but same scenario.
Well, remarkable, but not a good occurrence. Every 4 years, every year of the World Cup, there is some problem about leadership, change in leadership, whether to change or not to change. I really don't have a problem with the change of leadership, but see, it must be organized. It must be played by the rules. We have to know that, okay, there'll be a Congress, there'll be an election, rather than, this crisis reading model, which often seems to get the backing of government apparatchik, and that is a worrisome point. We've not been able to return an NFF chairman in the last 20 years, which isn't helping the growth of the game anyway. And I was reading something on from one of my friends on the platform. He said he met somebody before the World Cup, one of the so-called people who are running football in Nigeria, and the person said Amaju Pinnick must go, and he said, why does he have to go? And the man said, oh, we have decided he should go. I mean, I'm not for that kind of running football with
there are procedures and methods.
Procedures. I mean, wait for Congress and vote the man out if you think he hasn't done enough. 2, if he has committed impeachable offenses, go for it. 3, as in the present case where they are looking or they are throwing the Supreme Court ruling at us as the reason for asking, what are the specific prayers and what are the specific grants from the apex court? Nobody knows. All of that is shrouded in mystery. I spent the last 24 hours trying to get a judgment so I can see, and to the best of my knowledge, what the Supreme Court ruled on is not a judgment, it's a ruling. They brought some arguments from the Court of Appeal to the Supreme Court asking it to pronounce on certain issues, whether a matter delisted can be relisted, and Supreme Court ruled that the matter should be tried de novo. That is, they should go back to the court of first instance and start the case all over. How that amounts to a judgment saying Amaju Pinnick should leave, and I'm yet to get round to it. And more worrisome is the role of the Honorable Minister, who has decided to become a court bailiff, an enforcer of some sort.
Okay. My question is, you look at all of this, you're here because I know you're going to help us with perspective, and being a lawyer yourself, some of these issues get, a lot of us on this side, get us confused. But I want to ask, I'll get back to the issue without mentioning names and pointing accusing figures at anybody. What can stakeholders do? Because it looks like the people involved will not agree. And so there's a fight coming, there's a storm brewing. We don't know when it's going to end. But what can stakeholders do? Football lovers like yourself, like people maybe not currently among those governing, football now. But is there any role they can play?
I doubt it very strongly. It will appear that establishing the stakeholder has become very nebulous. It has become amoeboid, if not amorphous in nature, because a few years ago, somebody in government uses the position and finance of government to gather a few persons, and they start at press conferences. They claim to be stakeholders. I have searched myself through, and I know these people. They haven't done anything but live on the patronage of football. And they call themselves stakeholders. Doing what? What is their contribution? So, again, it will appear.
Even the definition of stakeholder is troublesome.
It's troublesome. You really can't tell. I mean, you don't own a football club. You don't run a football club. Even if you run a football club, you are running as patronage from government. You're not a stakeholder. Okay. So all of these pretenders.
For the real stakeholders.
For the real stakeholders.
What can be done?
Maybe the sports press can be a bit
neutral,
a bit, because I've been reading some stuff. I'm not very happy with what I read. It's all tainted, scattered stuff, written because
full of bias.
Some of them look like paid jobs.
Okay.
So it's quite worrisome. I'm hoping that from among themselves, the popular opinion of what is right should be done, and how the minister wants to push for a man who is a pariah in FIFA corridors. The minister is pushing, Giwa, is under ban for 5 years. And is it going? What is going to be telling?
Yeah, there are some people that would say, once you mention what you just mentioned, there are people that would say that the laws of the land should be, everyone should be subject to the laws of the land, and you can't have a state within a state where the laws of FIFA are higher than.
That's a very convenient statement to make to cover the facts. Yeah, the laws of the land don't run football.
Okay.
You want to play international football, you are bound by the letter and spirit of FIFA. If you say you're not, as far as they are concerned, they have banned the Mr. Giwa. So how is the law of the land going to change that fact? Come on, let's be real. Yes, the law of the land says go and start this matter afresh. That there are issues to be decided upon. That's as far as the law of the land goes. But corollary, the strong point is that the man who may emerge, let us say, who may emerge if the law of the land favors him as president, remains banned.
Okay. All right. Let me also ask you this. In times past, the threat of a FIFA ban always makes us sort ourselves out. You look at all those issues, 2006, 10, 2014, that threat. Do you think it's going to be different now? FIFA doesn't, well, a lot of people say FIFA has taken a position. It doesn't appear so because they've not said anything. So when they say, we know they've taken a position, but we're just looking, a lot of people are looking at what their rule says. And will a FIFA threat change anything this time around?
Let me quickly address the first part of what you said. All of that, those who are fighting the FA now, they were the people on the other side shouting FIFA ban, and that it was a paid job, orchestrated to stop the government from taking a position which would have taken.
So it basically looks like a power struggle.
It's a power struggle, and those who are on the losing side now,
quote unquote,
for want of better words, they were the people in charge at that time. It was okay for them to toss into the media FIFA ban. Of course, now FIFA has a good reason to ban us. If
sufficient reasons.
Sufficient reasons, in my opinion. And it wouldn't be a threat as it used to be. When it wasn't FIFA that was making the threats. It was, the power mongers, those who were so greedy and not ready to let go. They were the people paying for those stories to hit the media waves and put some fear. If I was in charge, if the decision was mine, I would have waited for the FIFA ban.
Okay. All right. Let's pause a little and go on a break. When we return, we'll still have got to do the Orumen in the house with us, giving us some fresh thoughts on a very old topic. He's been around for a while. All right. So we'll go on that break and we'll return for more on Sports Tonight.